But look at this thing here. It's been nibbled on by rodents and things. Look at that thing. Oh, wow. I just found a bunch more of the coral mushroom. That's a lot. Look how big this is. That's massive. There's a fresher one right there. These two are a little bit older. And then I saw one, a couple of them over here too. Look at that. Blaine Washburn here with another episode of Utah Mushroom Hunter, and today I've got a treat for you, something completely different, something I usually do not do. I'm actually out of the state of Utah. I'm up in Idaho. I'm around Cascade Lake, which is not too far from McCall, Donnelly, and the city of Cascade. And I'm about 5,000 feet in elevation. This place, the elevation is way different than what we have back in Utah. 5,000 feet in elevation is super dry back in Utah, but here in Idaho it's pretty wet and a little drier than I was hoping. I was hoping that the conditions would be a little bit wetter, but we'll see. I have no idea what to expect today. I don't know what kind of mushrooms we're going to find, but I'm going to get out there and search, and let's see what we can find. You can see that this forest is very different than what we experience in Utah. These trees are much more massive than what I'm used to. I mean, we've got some massive trees in Utah, but they're just built quite a bit different here. And you'll see that there's a lot different kinds of mosses, different kinds of plants. It's definitely a different ecosystem here. And I know if I would have kept going north, and I didn't because I'm here in this area for a specific reason, but if I would have kept going north, it gets even wetter, and I would have loved to have gotten up there to see what's up there. But this area should produce something. So I'm going to jump at it and let's see what we can find. This is what I mean by the mosses that are just so different. You don't see it like that in Utah, but it's certainly here in Idaho. And I don't know how many of you know this, but I grew up in Washington State, and a lot of it in Washington State as well, but not so much in Utah. I mean, that kind of moss, like right there. I don't know how well you can see that, but see how it just hangs? Yeah, we don't see a lot of that in Utah. All right, well, let's see what we can find here. You know, I just don't know this area as well like I know Utah. So I just don't know what to expect. But this area is supposed to have morels, but notice how much more growth there is here. Yeah, you know, for morels anyway, the morel hunts I've been going on, there's not this much growth. So my guess is I've probably missed the morel season. Although it does look like there is sometimes morels found this time of year in this area. So we'll see. We'll see if I can find any. And I don't know, we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully I'd be so happy if I found a morel up here. But I'm expecting later season mushrooms at this point. Again, you know, I don't know Idaho like I do Utah, but there's so much growth here. I really don't think we're looking for morels at this point. Probably finding other kinds of mushrooms, if any at all. And I'm not sure if this mountain got enough water to really get them to pop either. I mean, it's beautiful and gorgeous, but I'm not seeing hardly any mushroom activity, but we'll keep looking. Man, look at these beautiful ferns. Those are just gorgeous. The ecosystem is so different here. Well, there's something there. Oh, look at that. It is a lobster. First lobster ever. Just not a mushroom. It really is someone's lobster that they threw out. They ate the tail and threw it out. Sheesh. Well, look at this. I found something. Woohoo. I've been looking like crazy and I'm finding absolutely nothing except for a few stiff conchs, a couple dried up puff balls, some small brown mushrooms, and a couple others, but nothing interesting until this one. Look at this. This is Romeria, coral mushroom. So it's a young one. Probably is edible. I think I'll take it and maybe bring it home. But there's our first fun mushroom that we found on this trip. I'm shocked there's not more. This place is so lush and green, but at least we got this. We'll see what else I can find. Oh, there it is. This area is definitely starting to get into its summer mushrooms. A bit of fun little Romeria. Well, this first area wasn't that great. Wasn't impressed with this area. I actually think this is a great area, but I think I'm catching it in between seasons. Very similar to what we're going through in Utah right now. I think we're past the morels here. Well, we definitely are. And it needs more moisture before the other mushrooms really start to pop here. I don't know if they get the monsoon rains like we do in Utah. I'm not sure if they get them here or not, but that's what they need. I'm sure they get some kind of waves of moisture as we get into the summer. And so I'm sure this is a great area, but I really think I caught it in between mushroom seasons here. Anyway, this is just my first area. I'll probably look in a couple other areas, and I'm not giving up yet. But anyway, it's been fun. I mean, I enjoy getting out here. This is a whole different type of mountain, a whole different type of microclimate. It's been a lot of fun. A lot of crazy places I've been hiking. I don't know if you can see this mountain here. It's probably hard to tell in the video, but it gets super steep, and I probably went 400 feet up in elevation there and gotten some really thick stuff. It was crazy. Took me a while to get back down. But anyway, I'll go find another area. Oh, here's something interesting. So I'm in a different area now. I drove down to it's roughly the same elevation, but a completely different area. About probably a good 15 miles away. But look at this thing here. It's been nibbled on by rodents and things. Look at that thing. That looks like, I don't know what that red on. Almost looks like something with a bloody nose was chewing on it. You can see that little bit of red there. Not sure what that's all about, but this is a Boletus, and looks like it's probably even a Boletus atlas. Super wormy, so I'm not interested in it. But see, you got the brown cap, you got the pores on the bottom, so definitely a Boletus. And when you see the striations on the stem, that's the reason why I think it's a Boletus atlas. Could be a Boletus burrowsii. It's kind of hard to tell because it's been chewed on and getting old. Anyway, I'm going to keep an eye open, see what else I can find. You know, I found that one Boletus atlas, which shocked me because I didn't think they'd be out this early. And but it gave me a lot of hope. I thought I'd find a lot more. I've been searching for about 45 minutes since then and haven't found anything at all. Just the one Boletus atlas. And see, I am finding habitat that looks really, really good. This looks like it should be ideal for them. And, but I'm just not finding any. Oh, wow. I just found a bunch more of the coral mushroom. That's a lot. Look how big this is. That's massive. There's a fresher one right there. These two are a little bit older. And then I saw one, a couple of them over here too. Look at that. Those are fun. That's probably, gosh, I don't know, close to 10 pounds of coral mushroom. I'll leave it all. I don't plan on taking any more of it. Maybe just a little bit more. Oh, looks like there's one back here. Oh yeah, there's some more back here too. Yeah, those are big. Well, that's fun. Yay, found some more coral mushroom. Here's what that coral mushroom looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna call it a day. My phone says I've tromped about 7 miles through this tough terrain, and I'm pretty worn out. And so anyway, it was a lot of fun. I ended up finding a few fun mushrooms, not as many as I was hoping. It's pretty dry out here. I think it's kind of in between mushroom seasons, but this mountain is so much different than the ones we have back in Utah. A little bit hard to figure out. You know, back in Utah, we've wrapped up the morels, and we're waiting for the monsoon seasons to kind of hit so that the summer mushrooms will kind of kick in. Here you can tell that it hasn't had a whole lot of rain, but gosh, I did find the one Boletus attalus, which really surprised me. This is the earliest I've ever found a Boletus attalus. Had to come to Idaho to find it, but it was super fun to find that. And found a bunch of the coral mushroom, the romaria. Those should be edible, but you got to be careful with those. So if you're going to eat romaria, just make sure you eat with caution. You know, identify as best as you can which type of romaria it is, and then if you do eat it, just eat a little bit at a time, just to make sure it's not going to upset your stomach. I don't think there's any that's really going to kill you, but there are some that can really upset your stomach. So just be careful with the romaria. Anyway, this is fun. I found a few really fun things, and it was super fun to get out and tromp through a forest that I've never been in before. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode, and we will see you in the next.